Welcome back to the Data Protection Diaries, welcome back to the vlog. In today's video we're going to be talking about the role of mentors in data protection. So whether you want to be a mentor and you're looking at mentoring people and helping people on their journey, or whether you're looking to be mentored, then this video is for you. If you are new to the channel, then welcome to the Data Protection Diaries. This is a channel where we talk about all things data protection, of course. My name is Richard Merrigold. I'm the co-founder and director of a boutique consultancy called iStorm. I have around 15 years experience of working in data protection and information governance. And I use this channel to talk about my experiences, things that are happening in the world, and just to generally share information. If you find this information useful, if you find this channel useful, please do click the subscribe button down in the right hand corner of the screen. It's just our little logo and that will take you through to the subscribe page. And of course, make sure that you like these videos, comment down below as well if you have anything to add to the conversation. So the reason that I decided to do this video is because we actually have a new team member here at iStorm, here in the data protection team, an amazing lady called Godfrey who joined us at the beginning of the year. Now Emma came to us with some experience, about a year's worth of experience in working in data protection, and wanted to develop, wanted to grow. I thought she's a fantastic fit for our consultancy business, so we had some conversations and she came on board. Emma's actually going to be doing the Information Governance and Data Protection Practitioner Apprenticeship, which is a level 4 apprenticeship that has recently been released, that iStorm and a number of other organisations, such as the police, a number of NHS organisations, all worked together on to create. Now, the apprenticeship requires you to have some kind of mentoring, so somebody that can support you in your journey, that can help you to understand the implications of data protection and information governance and kind of really bring that to life so that you can bring that into any future role that you have and into your business. Now, I'm very honoured that Emma actually asked me, as well as being her line manager and being her boss, if I wanted to be her mentor, and I have gladly accepted. Mentoring is something that I have done a little bit of. In my last in-house role, I kind of mentored a chap to come up and take over my role when I left as DPO, kind of brought him through and gave him the advice and guidance he needed to become a good and effective data protection manager. But I feel with the relationship with Emma, that mentoring is going to be very different. That chap was looking for career progression, he was looking for knowledge and understanding, whereas Emma is looking more for personal development. How can she be a better person? How can she be a better DPO? How can she develop her soft skills and those kind of additional things in and around the data protection knowledge? So for me, that's not something that I've ever really had to do before, so it's going to be a massive learning curve. One of the reasons that I wanted to kind of do this video was to look at how people find mentors, the kind of things that you should look out for if you are looking for a mentor, but also the kind of thing that you want to be looking for if you want to mentor other people. Because the key thing here for me, if you want to be involved in that kind of situation and you want to have that kind of relationship with somebody, is that you have to be able to balance each other out. You have to be able to offer something that they are looking for and provide something that fixes or helps them with a need that that individual has. And that very much goes both ways. First thing that I think you should do if you are looking to be a mentor, or if you're looking to be mentored, is understand why you're actually looking for somebody in the first place. Are you looking for somebody that can help you understand from a technical perspective? So you're looking for somebody that can help you grow your technical knowledge, can help you grow your technical understanding of the subject? Are you looking for somebody that can help you grow as an individual, somebody that can help you develop your interpersonal skills, that can help you with some of the softer skills of data protection and information governance, dealing with stakeholders, dealing with challenging customers, documenting risk, identifying risk, understanding how to implement controls? It's really important that you understand what it is that you want, and also as a mentor what it is that you can help that individual do, because you have to make sure that those two things fit together for the roles to be complementary and for both of you to get something out of the relationship. The next thing that you probably want to think about is how is this relationship going to work? How is this going to develop? What kind of boundaries are you going to have? Now, this wasn't something that I'd ever actually thought about until Emma sent me an article that she'd read on LinkedIn about kind of setting up the parameters of being a mentor and being a mentee. So what are we going to talk about? How are we going to develop our relationship as we move on? How are we going to share information? Are we going to have regular meetings? Are we going to have structure to those regular meetings? Does that suit her need? Does that suit my need? And how can we make sure that we're getting the absolute best out of each other? Having a plan is obviously really important. So understanding how you're going to put that plan together requires you to work with somebody that you can sit down, that you can talk to, so that you can understand what each other wants to get out of this process, so that you can put a plan in place that is going to work for both of you. The next thing that you want to consider is how long you potentially want this mentoring to go on for. Are you going to have parameters that when you reach a certain point you're going to look to change? I saw something really fascinating and interesting by a guy called Stephen Bartlett. I'm sure most of you know who he is by now, where he actually said that a mentor doesn't have to be a single individual. People contact him and request him to be their mentor. They want to be better in business, they want to be better at this, can you mentor me? And his response recently has been, you don't need a single person to be a mentor. You potentially need a range of different people who can help you do a range of different things. And I think that really applies, especially in data protection, because depending on the industry or the sector that you potentially work in, so be it healthcare, be it financial services, be it the public sector, each of those industries are very, very different. The challenges you will face in those industries are very, very different. And how you deal with those things is very, very different. So having access to mentors, having access to individuals that you can bounce different ideas off, that can give you support in different areas, may not be a bad place to be. Having an overarching mentor, being an overarching mentor, but also being able to point people to the right other people in other industries and other sectors who can help them and bring them along on their journey is potentially going to be incredibly beneficial for everybody involved. The final thing for me, and this probably really is for me rather than anybody else, it's kind of a bit of a reminder for me, is that all of these things take time. So you're going to have to be patient. Just because you get a mentor or just because you get a mentee doesn't mean you're instantly going to make an impact, doesn't mean you're instantly going to get them a new role or change their work life or give them some kind of epiphany. Building relationships and building that understanding and that trust is going to take time. There are going to be times when we're going to fall out. There are going to be times when we're going to get on really well. There are going to be times when you're going to have to go back and assess where you are, look at what you've done and look at what you originally wanted to achieve. Is there something that needs to be tweaked? Is there something that needs to be changed? Do we need to readdress our objectives? Do we need to reshape our plan? And I think being patient and understanding that this is a process and you have to trust that process and you have to allow it to embed and you have to allow it to grow and you have to allow it to nurture is going to be really, really important, especially again when you're looking at who you want to work with, so who you want to be supported by. Does that person have the time? Do they have the patience? Do they have the inclination to really give you what you need? And do you have all of those attributes to provide to somebody else? Whatever you choose to do, I think if you are looking for a mentor, it is a very, very good thing to have in your life, especially in this kind of industry. There is so much knowledge and so much information out there, and there are some absolutely fantastic people who have been working in and around data protection for a very long time and are very happy to share their knowledge. So following people on LinkedIn, getting engaged with the conversation, attending conferences, looking at who's speaking, do they relate to you, do they sound like somebody you may be able to share ideas with and somebody that could help you grow, and approaching those people is a fantastic way of finding yourself a mentor. But whatever you do, take your time, find out who's best for you, make sure there is a good balance in that relationship. And I think mentoring or being mentored can be an excellent avenue to help you develop your career. As always, this is a fairly succinct view on the world. If you do have any comments, if you have any experience of being mentored or of being a mentor, do drop those down in the comments below. Of course, if you like this content, if you enjoyed this video, please do click the like button, subscribe to the channel, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Thanks.